The north and south walls of Pierre's base are largely clear of zombies. To the east, just forest. But to the west is a problem. There are large numbers of roaming zombies. It's time to solve that problem. Okay, so we are back once again at the police and fire department. We looted the hell out of the police department last time when we walked away with a crazy amount of guns and ammo, but just to the north here, or in this northern direction, there is still a big problem. There is a lot of zombies, and I'm hoping to kill two birds with one stone. We're quite low on food. On this western sort of perimeter of Pierre's estate is a residential area, is a run of homes, so I'm hoping to cover two things at the same time. Clear the area of zombies, but also get filled up duffel bags we've got with a lot of food. We are low on food, as you can see. Oof, man, that is a promising start. We've got a spear. We've got a spear with a hunting knife. Crafted it from one plank, a bit of duct tape, and of course a hunting knife, and it looks like it could be a deadly weapon. Let's get to work. Okay, well, this is kind of feeling almost a little bit OP at the moment. That's 4 one-shots in a row. Make that 5. Is that a record? That could be a record. Can't possibly continue, surely. Well, we're about to find out. No. I guess as there's a group of zombies in one, and we're not going to get those one-shots, which is probably just as well because it is a vulnerable sort of animation. Wow, okay. Well, that was it was good while it lasted. I was hoping that 3 levels of carpentry would mean that the spear would last a little bit longer than just half a dozen zombies, but it wasn't to be. Well, that is a promising start. That is a promising start. Pierre's already covered in blood. I didn't bother washing this morning because I just knew today was just going to be another absolutely blood-soaked frenzy of a day. It's going to be a lot of zombie kills, but hopefully a lot of progress made. But as you can see, there are a lot of zombies. We've got, I don't know what is here, maybe a block of flats, a block of apartments. So we could end up having a lot of work to do just to get to the end of this road before we even start with the actual thing that we wanted to do, which was to clear that road that goes along the west of Pierre's Palace base, and also to get into some of those homes that are there. But you can see it's a lot of work, but at the moment it does feel like Pierre is up to it. But the zombies are absolutely streaming into the area. Well, they really are coming thick and fast. Let's just use up this spear. Let's just see. We managed to reclaim the hunting knife. The hunting knife was broken, the spear was not. Might only last 2 or 3 hits, but at least then we can sort of dispose of it and lighten Pierre's load. There we are. Nothing more than 3 or 4 hits. But back to the nightstick it is. Okay, well, now the spear is gone, we're basically looking to take on hundreds of zombies, whole blocks of this map, with nothing more than a hunting knife, maybe a hammer, a metal pipe, but most importantly, 2 nightsticks. Let's get to work. Okay, let's just take a moment to show you guys what the plan is. This is where Pierre is right now. The vehicle is somewhere there. We're going to continue in the rest of the way on foot, but this is what I'm talking about. Home after home after home. I'm hoping that there will be a lot of food to find and loot. We're not going to avoid the apartment block. It's going to be more trouble than it's worth. It's going to be an absolute death trap there. We're just going to continue to work our way on foot along this road, fighting our way, clearing it of zombies, and hopefully scooping up a load of food as loot. Okay, well, as we continue to push west, that's the right way, to that main road, and hopefully do an amazing job of clearing this area of zombies. I just realised I did not check the emergency broadcast this morning, so we could have a helicopter inbound at any moment in time. We could also at any point, remember, run into some aggressive bandits. There's a constant threat there. Here we are at the road. Now we know that there are going to be a lot of zombies, so we need to be really careful of what's behind. This is going to be a challenge. But with a nightstick and those levels of short blunt, I'm hoping that Pierre can make real quick progress, make a massive dent in the local zombie population. Again, let's just try and remember, if we can get a moment, to try and remember to check the corpses. Any valuable gear. We're actually really low on food at the moment on us, so even something as simple as a little mint candy will be really useful in keeping Pierre going. But nothing other than the odd kitchen knife. We're going to need more than that to take on these huge hordes of zombies that we're probably going to run into. Here they come. Man, this really is a big group. Man, that was quite a big horde. We put down 3. We don't seem to be panicked, but we don't seem to be as effective as we normally are. We're being pushed back a long way, but this might work out okay. We're pushed back all the way to our van almost, but we could actually take advantage of that by bringing the van up to the main road. Do not like being too far away from the van. It is our escape plan. Essentially, if we need to get out of the area quickly, we've got that option. We can just jump in the van and get the hell out of here. Okay, that was a big horde, but we came through it really well. So as I said, I'm just getting the opportunity, if we can squeeze through. Maybe we should leave the truck on this side of the barricades. Just checked our kill count, our Pierre's kill count. I just thought I heard a zombie. I did. We started the day on very roughly 1,350 or 1,385. It's going to be interesting to see what that number will be at the end of today. I'm going to guess around 1,500. Okay, well, Pierre's had a smoke. He's ready to roll. I'm going to mix it up again. I'm not sure how long we're going to be able to do it for, because we're not that skilled. But we're going to go with the crowbar. Let's get some levels in long blood. We're almost at level 1. Oof, that was a bit janky. And the crowbar just lasts forever. So getting some good skills in long blood will be really advantageous in the long run. But I'm maybe thinking, I'm not really sure if the day when you're... there we go, beautiful. Long blunt level 1. At this rate, it's not going to take long to get to level 2, but I was just thinking, maybe a day when you're expecting to kill a couple of hundred zombies isn't a great day to try and sort of get some extra to break in a weapon class, if you like. But we're going to go with it. We'll see how Pierre does. Okay, we're finally back on the main road, and the zombies are making a run for it. They really are restless. They really are kind of crazy. So we're going to start at this crossroads. I'm going to just continue going north, killing everything that moves until we're just going to keep going until Pierre needs a break. But this really is a massive task that Pierre's decided to undertake. Again, I'm not really sure if trying to get that crowbar up to level 2, I'm not really sure if this is the right time for it. There are a lot of zombies up ahead and a lot of zombies from behind. They keep appearing from behind, I guess coming out of the forest. So again, Pierre's been pushed back further and further. This is going to be a massive task, it really is. But for sure, at the moment, Pierre is more than up to it. That is another group of about 10 zombies. Now, those kills are starting to get a little bit quicker, a little bit easier with this crowbar. Well, you know what? Before we go any further, let's just have a quick recap. Kills-wise, we're already at 1,405. In a couple of hours this afternoon, we've killed probably about 50 zombies. But look at this. We got long blunt level 1 already 1/6 of the way to long blunt level 2. Almost level 2 axe. Everything is coming along nicely. We recently leveled up sprinting. The agility ones, they've got boosts, so hopefully we can make rapid progress through that. Got to get that carpentry up to level 4 though, so we can get those rain collector barrels installed and we can have a source of water now that the water has been cut off. Cooking, we leveled up recently to level 1. And that farming, once those crops have grown in a couple of weeks time, they're going to get some massive progress in farming. What was that noise? What was that noise? Foraging, we leveled up to level 2 in no time at all. But enough talking about how wonderful Pierre is. Let's get back to the zombie slaying. Yeah, here they come again. We're just going to have to be forced back. But we'll get there. We are doing the business. 60, 70 zombies killed. We've got 3 or 4 more hours of daylight. And we can make a real big impact today. And then come back tomorrow and finish the job. But man, the zombies do keep coming, and they keep coming from this forest as well, which is a problem. We are out of water. But we've got no spare water. We've got 2 empty bottles. I kind of feel... oh, okay. And of course, the exertion kicks in as well. Let's make things a little bit easier, go with a nightstick. But we're going to have to maybe just have... when I was feeling really confident just a moment ago, I might have to actually make a run for it. That first level of exertion really slows Pierre down. What takes 1 or 2 hits, all of a sudden starts to take 3 or 4 hits. That first is a real problem as well. We found that in no time, in literally just 3 or 4 hours, once Pierre hasn't got any water, 3 or 4 hours later, he's dying of thirst. But at the very least, we've got to work our way back to the van and reclaim that. Maybe we should think about moving it a little bit further back. One thing's for sure, Pierre definitely needs a bit of a break. Okay, well, you know what? We're going to make things as easy for Pierre as possible. We've fallen all the way back to the other end of the wall. Of course, there's another zombie. You can just nip into this little guard hut, I don't know what you want to call it, and just top up our water and then have a little bit of a break, and then it's back to it. So I think I'm going to leave the van a little bit further away, so if things go really wrong we can just run for it, jump in the van and get out of here. But we're going to have a little bit more of a break before Pierre can works his way back up to that main road and continues with the clearing. Okay, well, no more messing about. This is not a really good time for a training day. We're going to go with the nightstick. We're going to go for maximum damage. Okay, well, Pierre's just needing to chug some vitamin pills to keep that drowsiness at bay for a little bit longer. And we're right at this crossroads, and we haven't been attacked or approached by any zombies yet, which is promising. Yeah, all of a sudden, I'm feeling like there were just zombies everywhere. The area looks a lot more clear. Okay, well, again, we've been pushed back down this road. Eventually, though, we're going to be able to stand our ground on that main road and work our way north. We're almost there with that plan. Almost. Okay, man, I could do some more one-shots like that. The zombies just keep coming for now. Hopefully we'll be able to get into that house just across the road, but you can see it's 10 o'clock in the evening. It's starting to get a little bit dark and gloomy looking. Doesn't look like the power is on. There's no street lights. But while Pierre doesn't have any drowsiness or exertion, we're going to keep on crushing skulls. Right, let's see if we can get into a house, find a few bits of food to keep Pierre going. Okay, well, the street lights just came on. So that's completely changed this whole atmosphere. Everywhere is well lit, and yeah, things just don't look as scary, especially if we can take the zombies down in just 1 or 2 hits like we are. Hey, man, that is another couple taken care of. That is a lot of corpses. There was a police officer. They've disappeared. And that is a big building. What is that? Just off in the distance. So many distractions. Let's not get too distracted. So many zombies everywhere. Can we get into this house? Just want to get into the kitchen and grab what hopefully will be a couple of cans of food to keep Pierre going. Come on. Well, I mean, that zombie was dealt with almost contemptuously. They do keep falling through those windows though, and there must be a lot. One of the difficulties is this row of houses is probably going to back on to another row of houses as well. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Another skill magazine, a trait magazine. Absolutely amazing. Yep, it is on. Come on. Let's see if we can grab some food while we got the chance. Let's just eat that straight away. Fresh sausage. Okay, let's grab this food. Let's grab the garbage bag. I don't want to be caught. Oh man, I mean, it's better than nothing. Better than nothing. Anything in the freezer? No. I'm feeling exposed. Let's get outside. Let's just concentrate on clearing the main road. Okay, well, looks like we got out of that house just in time because there were some zombies pathfinding around the fence like their life depended on it. They could have quite easily blooded through that doorway in the kitchen and caught us by surprise and surrounded us, and it could have all been over. But things are going well. Okay, well, the drowsiness is back. Part of me wants to continue chugging vitamin pills and just to keep going, but things have gone really, really well, and I'm really just going through our small supply of vitamin pills so quickly. We've struggled to find any tea or coffee, so I don't want to be greedy. These zombies will still be here tomorrow, so let's come back tomorrow when there's that police officer that I was looking for. Brilliant. You can see why I was looking for them. They got another shotgun. But yeah, we're gonna come back tomorrow. Another nightstick. Ooh, that is not a great shotgun. Hey, we're gonna come back tomorrow once Pierre is fully rested. There's a lot of zombies coming from this forested area. Pierre's still really so effective, even with that drowsiness. But enough is enough. Let's not push our luck. Let's come back in the morning when it's daylight, once Pierre's fully rested. Okay, well, it's super early the next morning. Pierre's awake even before dawn is fully here. And yesterday, just looking at the zombie numbers, Pierre managed to get through 120 zombies killed. Let's see if we can do better today. Okay, well, before we set out on the road, let's just take a moment to check the crops. I don't know how long it's been since it last rained. I've kind of lost track of the days. They're all blurring into one. The water levels are fine, which maybe is fine, but maybe it isn't. Maybe they could do with a little bit of watering. Also, another thing we need to do, we need to sort out those barricades on that southern eastern wall. So that means getting some more pallets in place, maybe for the one place that was broken down, but also building some more cheval de frise, and maybe if we're lucky that will get us up to level 4 carpentry. But first things first, we don't want all these crops to die. We got a couple of watering cans. Let's just take a moment to water all the plants. It's boring, tedious, but it's absolutely necessary. Okay, well, that is our 14 plots of crops watered, and it wasn't too bad. 2.5 watering cans. Didn't take too long at all. And you know what? We've got all this water. I mean, there's more water than we're ever going to need. Let's have a wash. Let's have a wash. I know in just a moment, in no time at all, Pierre's going to be absolutely covered again in blood, but he must smell. He must really smell. Okay, well, I must admit, that looks a lot better. Pierre looks a lot better. One last thing to do before we hit the road, before we get back to the zombie slaying, we need some sticks, and we need some planks. Hopefully we can build, what do we want to build? 3 or 4 of those cheval de frise as extra barricade reinforcements on that southeastern entrance to the estate. Okay, well, you know what? Another thing we could just build is a little small bookcase, maybe even 2. so we can keep all of our seeds in a slightly closer location to where we want to build some more crops. Hey, there we go. So we've got, what have we got? We've got 6 planks. We need to make another sturdy sticks. So we've got 16 sturdy sticks. That's probably way more than we need. Okay, so we've got 16 sturdy sticks, 6 planks. Yeah, it's probably way more than we need. We might have to dump some. Let's go and shore up our defenses on that southeastern border. Okay, so here we are. Now, the other thing we need, as well as sturdy sticks and planks, is some rift sheets. Unfortunately, there are plenty of those lying around on the backs of these zombie corpses. But first things first, we gotta put some more pallets back in this gap here, and then we're gonna build some Cheval de Frise all the way along here, and hopefully that'll be enough for the barricades to last several weeks. Okay, but what initially I thought would be a quick and easy task has taken a couple of hours. Yes, again, we can't put 2 lots, can't stack barricades, but it's barricaded back up. But we want to reinforce it, so we want to build 5 or 6 Cheval de Frises. So for that we need to get a lot of ripped sheets. Okay, let's get these in place. I'm hoping that putting in 6 or 7 of these extra spiky barricades will get Pierre up to carpentry level 4, or at least very close. Okay, I'm finding it a little bit tricky to place these Cheval de Frises. They're sort of 1.5 tiles wide. I can't disassemble this door because it's metalworking. I can't close it because obviously there's some pallets in the way, but it is stopping Pierre putting the Cheval de Frise right in close. I kind of don't want to get too close to these things because I don't know if they damage the player as well. But there we are. That is an improvement, I gotta say. But I tell you what, now that I've seen that, I do actually want to just head back to the other side of the estate, the northwestern side, where we had some Cheval de Frises. It's been a week. Let's go and check them out, see how they are, and then we can, once we've done that, we'll go at the huge zombie hordes from that end of the road. Okay, so here we are. We're coming up on the northwestern side of the estate where we got some barricades. I'm absolutely delighted to say we haven't seen a single zombie, and even more pleasing, the barricades are still intact. It feels like we're making some massive steps towards keeping this area safe. And another way to do that is to kill anything that moves. We'll go back with the crowbar while the zombie numbers are relatively light, and we're just gonna carry on clearing this road, go south, loot as we go, hopefully, because Pierre's actually really hungry right now. Could actually also do with a smoke, but he's got an afternoon, 5 or 6 hours to make as much of an impact as he can. Hey, well, what is this place? I feel like I've missed this place somehow. What are those shelves absolutely covered in stuff? What have we got in here? Is this... I can't even remember if we've been here before. Ooh, we haven't. Oh, yes. Okay, well, again, Pierre's distracted from the main goal. We got a little shop around the back we didn't notice. We got another little zombie causing us problems. This sort of scenario makes me really twitchy. We've got no way to exit. Where is the exit of this place? We need to be really careful we don't get surrounded. The noise of the fighting will inevitably draw more zombies into the area. Okay, there's the front door around the side. It's just... let's just get a couple more garage bags. But let's also grab a duffel bag and let's yeah, start the looting with hopefully a bag full of food. Well, you know what, let's just take the opportunity to just sort out our inventory. It is a real mess. We've still got all these skill magazines in our backpack that we're carting around. Let's just empty our main backpack, which we're carrying around on our back everywhere we go. We'll empty that as much as we can. But of course, There's always a zombie to disturb us. Let's go with the hunting knife. Let's go with the hunting knife. Hopefully we can get a jaw stab. No, we can get a knife in the face from the floor. There we go. That's that beautiful jaw stab. It's a beautiful sight. Okay, well that has actually made a massive difference. 6 units of gear that we were carrying around everywhere we didn't need. Let's get back to looting while we got the chance. Let's get around the... There's always another zombie. There's always another zombie. I just realised in Pierre's eagerness to get going this morning. Oh, brilliant. Let's grab those. We've totally failed to check the emergency broadcast for the prospect of a helicopter day. It is... I mean, I've kind of lost track. I kind of feel like it's been over 10 days now. So, helicopter really is due any day. Okay, well, Pierre's just realised he's gone completely in the wrong direction, and he's actually causing more work for himself than he needs to. You know, at some point, we want this area to be completely zombie-free. So any zombie that we see, we've got to take them out. Got to be done. But there's always another zombie. So will this area, is that an impossible dream? For this area to be zombie clear? Maybe. Okay, hopefully that's it for now, zombie-wise. We can turn our attention to looting. Oh yes, I got a really good feeling about this place. These shelves are full. It's because the power's been on most of the time. As Pierre's instincts kicking in there. Looks like we might actually get some fresh food, which would be very welcome. That zombie really made it easy for us. Looks like we got a doorway to an apartment complex or something there. Is that a kitchen? It is definitely a way for more zombies to find Pierre, though. That zombie's not seen us. We're in a... Oh, wow, look at that. We are in a vulnerable position here. I can't believe all this food was just sitting here. We just missed it. We were here several weeks ago looting the nearby hardware store, which again we still haven't finished emptying. I mean, pretty much everything we need is in this area. We don't need to leave this area at all. Man, that jaw stab, it's a real thing of beauty. It's a real lifesaver as well. It gives us some quick kills. We got a full bag of loot. Let's get another one and fill that up as well. This is dicey. This is dicey. We do not know how many zombies are on the other side of that doorway. This is the third one. We saw a fourth one wander off. Very easy to get caught out. I think this is our moment. Let's grab the rest of the food, of which there is still a lot. And let's get out of here. Okay, well that is the shop floor cleared. Is this going to be more storage or is this going to be a toilet? It's more storage. More storage, but man, we really need to make this quick. We are in a real vulnerable position here. Okay, well that's what I was talking about. Let's just hope it's one. You. That could have gone a very different way. That's what I'm talking about. You never know where that next zombie is going to come from. We were lucky that was only one zombie. If it had been more, it could have been a very different outcome. Look at this. Look at all of this food. It's beautiful. We need to have some of it now because Pierre's been constantly hung. Oh, we got a hostile assault. We need to get out of here. Do we want to go looking for him? We got our van. Let's just put our bag away. We need to be quick. Don't want to get jumped. Okay. So they're down south. Do you want to check it out? Do we really want to go looking for trouble? I think we do. We got a bandit killing machine. It's just... There they are. There they are. Come here. Get run over. Wow. They are being pursued by zombies, but we don't want to give them the chance to take us out. Now, can the zombies catch up with them and take them out? Yes. The zombies No, the zombies can't do it. But this guy can move quick. Can he survive though? He's determined to get to us, come at all costs, but he's going to have to get through those zombies. This is getting complicated. The survivor's gone. The bandit is gone. No, they still haven't gone. Let's just watch their last moments. They are down. They are down. Man, but all of a sudden there are a lot of zombies. Are there more bandits? There's still a hostile assault indicator. There could be more bandits. Let's go and find out. Okay, well, the hostile assault indicator has gone. So maybe it was just the one bandit. They're probably going to be worth looting. There's a lot of zombies that they caused a lot of attention. Do we want to get out of the van? Do we want to risk there being another bandit? I think we do. I think we do. We don't want to forget the loot. Let's do this. Okay, well, I hope this does not turn out to be a really bad decision. We do not know how many bandits there were. I'd be surprised if it was only one. But this is a risk. This is a risk. But the hostile assault indicator has gone. And I do not want to miss out on the opportunity of some valuable loot, like a frying pan. But at the very least, they had a duffel bag. But those poor bandits, they didn't stand a chance. Okay, we need to be careful here. Pierre's been pushed back a long ways. We don't want to go into new areas. Oh no! Oof, that was close. Man, that was needlessly close. We don't want to go into a new area and trap more zombies. So we want to try and double back, go in a circle. Pierre's got this. But that drowsiness is back again, and it is making it hard work. Especially as we keep running around and attracting more zombies. Okay, let's not make it difficult. Let's not make it difficult. Let's just pop a few vitamin pills. Well, 3 vitamin pills. We've still got 6 bottles. We've still got a lot more than 6 zombies to take care of. This is getting interesting. And they're coming from all directions at the moment. But at the moment, Pierre's doling out swift justice. Hey, there we go. 3, 4 kills, 5 kills in a row. Absolutely magnificent. It is thirsty work, though. Another big challenge Pierre has easily overcome. Let's see if we can find this bandit and see what loot they had. Okay, well, there's the poor bandit. They never stood a chance, did they? The power is back on, which means the street lights are back on, which again makes it a completely different environment. Doesn't look anywhere near as scary, but it is getting late. It is getting late. What are they going to have on them? We're going to have fishnets and a Hawaiian shirt and a mini skirt. We'll take the water bottle. It's now a real precious resource. Okay, well, we'll take it. It's better than nothing. We can make use of it. Let's grab it. Well, we got a lot done. We got a lot done. Pierre got a lot done. We've killed a lot of zombies. A couple of hundred. Another bandit challenge overcome. Still no helicopter. Maybe that'll be next time. But that's going to have to be it for today. We didn't make the progress we were expecting with the zombie killing. Just down south, there's going to be more zombies. Still so much. I mean, this estate is huge. These walls go on for miles. But that's going to have to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys are enjoying. We made some massive progress again. We found a load of food, which is exactly what we were hoping to do. Didn't find it in the way we were expecting. We didn't have to go into any of those homes. A couple of days ago, I was expecting to be able to clear this whole road and get into all the homes. We only got into one. We've got some barricades, and where do these zombies come from? He's spoiling the atmosphere, dude. Let's get out and take them out. But yeah, we've got the barricades sorted, I think, finally, now with a combination of bridges and pallets and these spiky cheval de frise, which do give damage to the zombies. There's always another zombie. And we've got a load of food. I think next up we're going to have to get some storage in place. We haven't looted properly that hardware store. We haven't gone back to the library that's in the hotel for all the books. We've already got 3 or 4 bags of loot. There's just bags and bags of loot just lying around waiting for Pierre to find the time and the inclination to get. So I think next time it's going to be a lot of work. Next time we get some proper storage in place and sort the loot. So I hope you guys will join me for the next episode. If you're a loot goblin, you will enjoy it, definitely. But for now, that's going to have to be all. Smash that like button, sub, comment, hit that notification bell. There's an episode every other day. Peace.